sex is a part of our culture. It is a part of our history. Since the sort of mid-80s was when a sort of stigmatism around porn came about. People were more aware of it. So I feel with each generation, it is less likely to be frowned upon. I mean, you look at adverts and there are constantly half-naked people. You'll see a beautiful woman and her hair will be long and she'll have like sweat dripping down her brow and she's sipping on like a fizzy drink, for God's sake. We're in the 21st century. I would be very surprised if one person of the modern generation could say that they haven't sent a nude.
OnlyFans means to me a way of making money and a way to explore potential fetishes that you might not be able to do on regular pornography.
To me, it means expressing yourself in a way that a lot of people don't.
I think it's allowed a lot of people to sort of take ownership of the industry.
On OnlyFans, you've got a lot of types of bodies, so really embracing what kind of person you are and your body.
With things like OnlyFans, it has allowed, especially women, to take control of their bodies and say, no, this is a part of how I earn my living. It's I think a very powerful thing.
I started using OnlyFans when lockdown started and when a lot of people were still not on furlough, and I was one of those people, so I was like, what way could I make some money right now so I could use it for everyday spending, and I just started using OnlyFans.
First started using OnlyFans January 2020, and the reason was just to make a bit of extra money. And initially, I think the first month I made around $35, because it's done in dollars. Then the next month it went up to about $200. The most I've earned is probably about $400, and now it's kind of averaged out around about $300 a month.
In the first 2 weeks I made $1.5 grand, and that's definitely not the kind of money I've made before in a 2-week period, so I was very surprised. I post boob pictures. It's never full body image because I feel like that could, jeopardize my career in the future, or feet pictures or, selfies, etc. But nothing more than that.
The content I do is armpits, show my bum, show, masturbate. What else do I do? Yeah, probably, like wiggling my toes, sometimes squash things.
I feel like a lot of people are asking for pornography videos. I've had that asked from me quite a lot, which I had to politely decline. So yeah, I'd say that's what's in demand at the moment.
The content that's in demand for me personally is things like showing my feet, armpits, bum and penis, yeah. Or like tell my fans, stick your face in here and smell my sweaty armpit, and then they like that kind of stuff.
I get some weird ones where people request you to use vegetables and using them in a sexual way, which I'm definitely not comfortable with. I've been asked to take photos with a cucumber, which I find a bit weird.
I do enjoy taking nudes. It makes you more confident, and yeah, it's like I enjoy making content, especially in lockdown when you're bored, sat around with nothing to do. It was fun to like, ooh, what can I do today to like, you know, make things exciting for my fans.
If they turn out good, then yeah. If not, then it makes me feel a bit self-conscious.
I think it's fine. Like, I have nothing against it or anyone that does it. As long as you're doing it safely and you're not putting yourself in danger, then I don't really see any problems with it. Go get your money, you know what I'm saying?
When it first came about, it was a bit more controversial than now. I think people are starting to get used to the idea and accepting it more.
I guess I understand why girls do it. It's like a way to make money, but as like myself, I think it's a bit pretty pointless. I don't see the point in paying for something. But you can go online and just find all that stuff for free if you wanted to look for that kind of stuff. That's about it, really.
I think there's not really anything wrong with it. I mean, each person can decide what they want to do with themselves, with their body. And if it's making money, so, you know, money solves problems as well. So I think there's nothing wrong with it. There's people who do pornography, which in my opinion is a bit more extreme, but I don't see anything wrong with it, to be honest.
I think it's a fairly decent thing. You know, I hear a lot of criticisms about OnlyFans, but my general rebuttal to a lot of it is that these people have the right to display their body as they please, and if they're making money out of it, then good for them, I guess.
I think that people have to know that their content could actually be put out there, and they don't have control over where it goes. But as long as they're okay with that and are aware of that risk, then I think it's a great thing.
Definitely. As a creator of OnlyFans, I find that a lot of girls and guys as well tend to support me in my decisions with creating content online.
I think it can be absolutely amazing for empowerment reasons, giving people sort of ownership of their own bodies and like allowing them to make money from that is an amazing thing. However, there are times where, say like the Bella Thorne situation, where she's like trying to sell her images and claiming that they're full nudes, and then she's in a bikini.
Once had issues with receiving money, such as when Bella Thorne joined OnlyFans.
Because of their popularity, they tend to gain a lot of money from it and crash the websites.
It used to be that it would take 2 days for money to process, but then it changed to every 3 to 5 days.
So OnlyFans had to actually put a limit on how much you can earn, you know, which is $50.
There is a certain amount of expectation when you claim you are selling something, and in the industry, if you say you're going to sell it, you sell it.
I am scared that my content will leak. There are websites online where people post your nudes and people can see them for free.
In general, the risks could be, like stalkerish behaviour, or people maybe doing something that they don't want to do. I don't fear that my content would get leaked. Even if my content did get leaked, my face isn't in it, so it's essentially anonymous.
There's definitely safety issues with it. If you've got a lot of subscribers on your account, you could end up getting stalked or getting your images leaked onto sites which you don't want it to be on, or it being sent to your employer, which would not be very good. I fear that if I meet with a person that subscribes to my page, I could put myself in a lot of danger, so I just keep it online.
It doesn't worry me if they become clingy, because I'm in control. Like, I have the phone. If I don't want to respond to them, I don't have to respond to them. I can block them if I want to block them. And again, like I said, my face isn't in it, so they could never like track me down or anything like that.
I definitely feel vulnerable because Obviously the people on there, they're anonymous. I don't know their names so for all I know, they could be people that are my friends or live in the same place as I do, and they might have seen me naked, so it does make me feel vulnerable.
Are women viewed as less? Within civilization, it is yes. Throughout history, women have always been seen as property, something to be controlled, something to be told what to do and how to do it, when to do it.
People tend to think that you're like a slag or a hoe, or yeah, like that type of terminology.
A lot of the time they think that you're a prostitute or it's full-on sex work, when you know it's almost like a dulled down version of it. It's just selling pictures of whatever you're comfortable with.
I don't think having OnlyFans has affected my personal or professional relationships, because yeah, mine's anonymous so no one would know it's me, and yeah, it just doesn't affect my personal relationships at all really. I think it's just a fun thing to do.
I currently have a partner at the moment and he's not comfortable with it, therefore that's why I don't do it as much, but it really just depends on a person.
Plans for the future are to continue doing OnlyFans as long as it makes money and as long as I'm still comfortable doing it.
There are other fields I'd like to go in, apart from creating content online, something beauty related.
Sex is drastically misunderstood. Traditionally, sex is viewed as a man penetrating a woman. Sex can be emotionally intimate. You can have sex through the eyes, you know. Sex can be just foreplay. Sex can be this incredibly intimate moment between people.
It's there to make kids, but I feel like it's something to be enjoyed, embraced, and you know, talked about a little bit more.
I do think sex has a certain stigma around it. It used to be a very taboo subject. These days it's not as taboo, but there still is a stigma attached to sex and sex work and all of that, yeah.
Sex work to me would be, you know, meeting up with someone, having sex with them, and getting paid for it.
I believe sex workers should have rights.
You're still a person. You're no less than anybody else out there that doesn't do sex work.
Do I believe they should have rights? Absolutely. Do I think they do? No.
A sex worker? No, I don't. I feel it's the same as you uploading a selfie on Instagram that has, you know, you wearing lingerie. It's the same as what I would post on my OnlyFans page.
OnlyFans does make me a sex worker to some degree, but I'd say there's more professional sex work.
The industry in itself has always been really, really big, and it just continues to grow.